Hello everybody! Today we're going to unbox, take a closer look and try on the Swatch BIOCERAMIC MOONSWATCH Mission to the Moonphase Full Moon. So let's first take a look around the outside of the box. So in this box is a Swatch BIOCERAMIC MOONSWATCH Mission to the Moonphase Full Moon Quartz Chronograph Wristwatch with a Moonphase indicator, reference S033W700. Just taking a look at the details of the box packaging. And now let's go ahead and open up the box by sliding off the outer box sleeve. And just setting that sleeve on the right hand side of the tabletop and giving you a look at the inner box. And now let's go ahead and open it up by spreading open the box flaps to reveal the contents inside. And let's lift out the contents and set them on the tabletop. And of course giving you a look at the Swatch BIOCERAMIC MOONSWATCH Mission to the Moonphase Full Moon as it is sitting inside of the box. And let's of course pop it out from its holder and give you another look up close before we take a more detailed look. So just setting the watch on the tabletop, and let's close the box back up. And just setting that now on the left hand side of the tabletop and just spreading once again the contents from its box packaging on the tabletop, so you have that full and clear look at the items contained within the box packaging. Okay, first let's start off with that top card here. So we see the Mission to the Moonphase card or booklet, and let's open it up, and there's some information about Snoopy and its association with Omega and NASA. This is also Swatch's first ever chronograph watch to feature a Moonphase indication or complication, and this is the warranty card for the watch. And moving right along, there is the BIOCERAMIC MOONSWATCH collection catalogue or booklet. So just spreading it open and giving you a look at what is the 11 watches that make up the standard Omega Cross Swatch Moonswatch collection of watches representing 11 stars or planets. And just flipping it over to the reverse side. And the features of the Moonswatch. And okay, we can close it down and setting that down to the side as well, and we'll rearrange the contents in just a second. And there is a booklet here, instructions or directions for use for the mission to the Moonphase And there is also a QR code as well on the back. Okay, and just opening it up and giving you a look front and back. And of course taking a closer in look at it as well for your reference purposes. So right there, the instructions on how to set and make any adjustments for the Moonphase watch. Okay, and just closing that down and setting it down to the side. And of course, lastly, we have the warranty or guarantee booklet in many languages and in very fine print. We can set that to the side. So making some adjustments just to free up some room on the tabletop as we try and keep everything in frame, while of course taking a look at the watch itself. So just making some adjustments right there, just tidying up. And now taking a look at the watch itself, so giving you a look at the mission to the Moonphase full moon. So you can see it is pretty much fully in white with black details. So it is a 42mm case size watch, and it features of course the Moonphase indication. You can see at about the 2 o'clock position. And let's peel off the protective film just so you have a much clearer look at the details of the watch. So giving you a look right now at the dial of the watch. So based off the Omega Speedmaster Moon watch. So you can see the cross branding or co-branding between Omega and Swatch. So right there, giving you a look through and through of the details of the watch. So the watch is 13.75mm thick. So you can see, giving you a look at the profile of the case. And let's try and get in as close as possible and avoiding any shadows from the camcorder. So you can see the tachymeter scale on the outside, black text on that white bezel. And you can see the seconds hand in the subdial at 6 o'clock ticking away. So a very legible dial with that black on white. And now taking a look at the profile on this side of the case. So you can see the Omega Cross Swatch branding on the crown. And once again, that 13.75mm case thickness. So let's do our best to focus in on the details of the watch. So slightly tricky there given the slimness right there, or the fineness of the details for the camcorder to focus in on, but nonetheless giving you a look right there at the details of the watch. So it does have a Velcro strap, so giving you a look at this white Velcro strap. And on the reverse side of it, the Speedmaster branding, Mission to the Moon, Moonswatch. And as we just follow on throughout the length of the strap. And on the reverse or back side of the case. So it does have this engraved details on the case back, and of course the battery cover with the moon artwork on it. And there's some philosophical details on the shoulder of the case back as well. So the watch does have a 30-meter of water resistance, or 3 bar. So let's try and get the strap out of the way so there's no shadow obscuring the view of the details of the back of the case. So I'm going to do a 360 rotation so you have that full and clear look. Right there of the details of this mission to the Moonphase full moon. So once again, let's take a further out look at the watch so you can see the details more clearly, and of course to give you some perspective as well, resting this 42mm case size watch in my palm. And of course, let's test the chronograph out, and let's start it with the pusher at the 2 o'clock position. And let it sweep through for about a minute before we stop and restart it. And stopping and resetting it. And you can see that crazy twirl of the minute indicator at 10 o'clock just spinning away. Let's try that again. Okay, so less than a minute, we won't see that effect. Let's try again, just to see one more time. So you can see the minute indicator at the 10 o'clock position. Just tick over 1 right there, and if we stop and reset, you can see that wildly spinning reset of that subdial. Okay, and of course, let's take a look at the Moonphase indicator up close as best that we can. If I move the hands out of the way, and of course let's see if we can just tease the artwork of the Moonphase out. So okay, nonetheless, we can see the indicator as it is, and of course, let's take a look at the UV or luminescence of the indicators of the watch. So over here I have an Oxy LED 12 LED ultraviolet torch, which I've unboxed on the channel before. Let's turn it on and see what details we can see or discover on the watch. So right there you can see on the dial with the hour indicators or indexes, as well as the hands of the watch, and in the Moonphase mask or strip there is some text there. And we can see that the stitching also reacts to UV light. So let's take a look this way so you can see the details from a different perspective. Okay, so now let's go ahead and try on the watch. So I do have a 17.5 centimeter circumference wrist, or approximately 7 inches. And let's strap the Velcro strap through. And to give you some sense of the strap length and remainder right there, once again on my approximately 7-inch wrist size, or 17.5 centimeter circumference, and giving you a look right there at how the watch sits and fits on my wrist. So giving you a close-up shot right there at the details of the watch on my wrist, and of course on the underside. Now just taking it off, and once again giving you another look at the dial of this Swatch BIOCERAMIC MOONSWATCH Mission to the Moonphase full moon. And of course, trying to tease Snoopy and Woodstock out from the mask of the Moonphase indicator, but of course So perhaps more reference needs to be made to the Moonphase setting instructions. But nonetheless, here's the Swatch BIOCERAMIC MOONSWATCH Mission to Moonphase Full Moon. So that's the Swatch BIOCERAMIC MOONSWATCH Mission to Moonphase Full Moon. Thanks for watching and happy ticking!